What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. Now, Volcanic Chambers has finally been released in Dungeon Quest, and I am extremely excited. I played it for about almost 12-ish hours on stream last night, and we had a blast. We had so much fun with it, and it was just an overall a really good time. The dungeon is very hard, and so I decided I'm going to make a video on how to beat the dungeon, because I know that there's going to be a lot of people struggling with this dungeon. I understand it was very hard, and we spent almost about 12-ish hours to learn how this dungeon works. So I have pretty good experience with this dungeon, and I know how it works, so hopefully this video can help you beat this dungeon. If you like the video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe if you're new. There's a bunch of content like this that's going to be released, and I got a bunch of videos that you might want to watch. Alright, now beforehand, I do want to say that the quality of this video might be a little bit lower than usual because I had to take it from my stream, so it's not the best quality in the world, so I do apologize in advance. Now for this dungeon, you are going to want to have at least 2 healers, 1 more tanky, and 1 is a full healer. That's going to make your life so much easier, and then everybody else can just be kind of DPS. Try to have around 5 to 6 people in this dungeon. It's going to make it the easiest possible for you. Now, I'm going to say this once with everybody there. If you are fighting minions, I highly suggest that you attack them and you move to the far left or right wall and back up from them. This is going to make your life so much easier, and it's just so much easier. Just stick to a wall so everybody else can go into the opposite side of what wall you're on, and so they can move past you. I also do want to recommend in this dungeon, please use a speed spell. This is going to make your life so much easier. This dungeon is very difficult, so moving with a fast pace is going to make you way faster and easier to dodge attacks, so that's probably your best move there. So the first boss is interesting. The first thing he does is he spawns these red orbs, and he spawns these red orbs depending on how many people are in the vicinity of his attacks. And then they chase the player for a certain amount of seconds. I don't know the exact amount of seconds, but it is, I would say, roughly about 5 to 4 seconds they last, so you just kind of gotta run away from them. Next, he does the line attack. This also depends on how many people are in the vicinity. If there's 6 people of you, he's going to spawn 6 different lines. You're just gonna have to dodge them. And the third attack is he spawns circles that do damage over time. As you see, they blink. And another attack is not necessarily him, but he spawns, I think it's 2 orbs. And they spawn lines as well. So you can already tell that this first boss is already pretty difficult. And you're just in for a treat. So the best way to do this is to stick to his left and right sides and run up close to him, attack, and then use your speed spell and kind of run away. And keep repeating that over and over and over again. And try not to stay in groups. That is going to make you die. I promise you, try to spread apart, and this first boss is going to make your life so much easier. If you're a mage or you are trying to heal, just run back and forth and use life dash to sprint back and forth to heal everybody. Again, speed is key in this dungeon. Alright, again, back to the minions. Again, just attack them, move to one side, back up, and let everybody else attack. That is going to be the easiest way that you are going to beat these minions. They're honestly not that hard. A lot of people are struggling with them. As long as you have one person doing a lot of damage, they'll chase after that guy, and you just attack from behind. It's easy as that. Now here comes the second boss. The second boss is very, very interesting. So if you go up, he spawns a bunch of lines left and right, making a checkerboard pattern. Again, the only thing I can really say about this is you're gonna just try and dodge, use your speed spell to get in between them so you don't get attacked. If you are a DPS character and you are a warrior, I am highly suggesting that you walk behind the boss and attack him from there, running back and forth between left and right behind him. That is going to make your job easier, and depend on your healers and tanks to deal with the rocks. Now the rocks work as there's rocks on the left and right of the map. You pick up a rock, there's these yellow circles, you fill in the yellow circles with the rocks, and it makes it so there's not as much explosions on the map. That's how it works. It's pretty simple. Past that, just keep moving, never stop moving. Obviously, unless there's the checkerboard comes in, you have to stop and dodge those. That makes total sense. As long as you have people DPSing from behind the boss and you have healers and stuff running to you and filling in the rocks, this is an easy boss. Trust me. As long as you learn the pattern, this is going to be super easy. Again, then you just have minions, which are very easy. You just attack them, move to left or right of the wall, back up, and let everybody else attack. That is the simplest way that I've ever been able to beat those. And I think that's going to be the meta of that dungeon. And last but not least is the final boss. Now this final boss may seem pretty intimidating, and he kind of is, but he's actually pretty easy. He's probably one of the easiest bosses in the dungeon. So the way he works is he shows you where his lines are going to produce, so you get in between them, he shoots them, and you dodge them. Simple as that. Next, he does a slash attack that is easy to dodge. As long as you constantly are moving, you should be able to pretty much dodge him. I would say if you're a warrior or a mage, the best time to ever attack him is when he does his slash move. When he does a slash move, you run up to him, you attack him, you back up. That's probably the easiest way that you're ever going to beat him. His next attack is that he's going to put up the lava walls onto the sides, and a bunch of random lines are going to pop everywhere. Again, the only thing I could say is use a speed spell and dodge those attacks. That's going to be the only easiest way to dodge them. And again, he's going to show you where he's going to attack a couple seconds before he actually does attack, so just make sure you're really paying attention. Now, something that we also found in the stream is he has two different kind of debuffs in that part. One, you have this weird orb circle that surrounds you and it slowly shrinks. If you have that on you, make sure to run to the green circle that spawns on the map and stay in there and you'll be protected. Now, if you're linked up with another player, the best thing that you guys have to do is get close to each other. As long as you guys are almost touching each other, you'll see the line will turn green instead of red. That means that you're doing it correctly and you won't get damaged. But I will say this, if you have the orb and you do have a line on you and you don't go to the green circle or you don't attach yourself to the other player, you will die. It does a massive amount of damage, and I think that's just going to be the worst thing. Last thing that I would like to say is I think you should try your best to get to 35 million health. That's going to make your life easier. It'll make it so you can at least take 2 attacks from most mobs in that dungeon. So 35 million health is probably the way to go. Past that, it's pretty much just experience and hassle. You really have to rely on your teammates in this. Do not try doing this solo if you're new to it. If you have nightmare stuff, obviously you can probably do insane. I'm almost capable of doing solo. I haven't actually tried it, but I'm pretty sure I'm capable of doing it right now. So just try to get a group of friends of 5 or 6 or meet people online, talk to people on Discord, people that know what they're doing. Experience is key. Play the dungeon as much as you can and you'll learn the patterns, and it should be an easy dub from there. Anyways, I just wanted to make this a quick short video. I just wanted to show people how to beat the dungeon. I know a lot of people are struggling and I wanted to show off the dungeon. It's really interesting. I'm going to make more videos on this dungeon, don't worry. I'm going to be making videos about items, spells, you know, armor, and a bunch of other stuff, so stay tuned for that. Again, if you would like to see that, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video if it helped. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.